Hi everyone, I am here with a story from you from the Miracle Happen book. These are true stories that people send in about things that have happened in their lives. This one is by Billy Reynolds and it is titled Daddy's Presence. Daddy's gone, my husband whispered in my ear. I hadn't been asleep very long because I had been watching Daddy labor to breathe. Hospice had warned me that his heart would soon go out. It wasn't like I didn't know his 93 years were reaching physical end. Nonetheless, my husband's news in the early morning shook my core. Hospice arrived and pronounced Daddy's time of death at 1:30 a.m. I sat on the living room couch with my chin on my knees, paralyzed with grief. He's in a better place, family and friends said. Didn't they understand that I wanted him here next to me? I rocked back and forth, hoping I'd been dreaming. Daddy had lived in our home for the last 10 years of his life. His vibrant, loving nature had been part of our everyday lives. I couldn't imagine a day without him. I secluded myself in my bedroom until I had to make arrangements for a service. I shut Daddy's bedroom door because I couldn't bring myself to walk into his now empty space. A few days before his service, I knew I had to clean the room because out-of-town guests needed a place to stay. I took a deep breath. I opened the door and stood still. I think I hoped to still see Daddy curled in the fetal position. I would have been happy to see him even in that helpless state. I grew to hate just to see him. Instead, I gasped when I shouted for my husband. When he rushed in to my side, I pointed to the ceiling fan. The pull chain circled in a wide arch. The fan wasn't on. The room was still, but the pull chain circled as widely as possible. My husband almost tripped as he hurried to the end of the bed. He grabbed the chain, pulled it down straight, and held it still. For heaven's sake, honey, what's wrong with you? You just turned the fan on. My voice faltered. No, I didn't. I walked into the room and just the pull string was moving. No window open, no wind, nothing. Something must have stirred it. He then pulled the string tight again and let it go. There, he said. He stepped back, looking smug. In disbelief, we stared as the pull string took flight once again in the wild circle. Oh, for heaven's sake, this is crazy. My husband leaned forward to grab the pull string and once again bring it to a stop. Again, the string took flight. I don't know what came over me, but I shouted, Daddy, it's okay, I'll be fine. You can go, honest, Daddy, I'm really fine. Instantly, the pull string stopped. I fell to my knees and started to laugh out loud. Tears streamed down my face. Daddy, I will miss you so much. My husband helped me stand. He kissed the top of my head and then lifted my chin. Daddy just needed to say goodbye, honey. He'll be watching over you. My husband pulled me into his chest. The strength in his arms quieted my sobs. A sudden peace settled in my heart. The phone ringing broke a moment I wanted to hold on to. My husband hugged me and said, I'll get it, babe. I continued to stand in the open door. I looked at the pictures scattered all over Daddy's walls. Each one had been colored to perfection. Daddy's great-granddaughters had come to see him every summer. One summer we purchased special coloring books, the kind developed older coloring enthusiasts, that the grandkids enjoyed, and they had encouraged Grandpa to join them. After their visit ended, Daddy continued to color masterpieces. Hey, honey, it's your brother, Ray said, handing me the phone. Sis, the weirdest thing just happened, my brother exclaimed. A few minutes ago, the front doorbell rang. When I opened the door, no one was there. I thought it was probably a kid, so I shut the door and started to walk away. The bell rang again. This time I ran to the door. Again, no one was there. I decided to sit by the door and peek out the curtain so I could catch the varmint. The darn thing rang again. Now this is the weird part. I yelled, "All right, Daddy, just come in." I felt his presence and then he was gone. My own voice quivered. Are you sitting down? Let me tell you what just happened to me. I've told this story numerous times, often to people who look at me as if I'm crazy. I know how that is. I believe Daddy needed to see me one more time, since I had refused to go into his room or acknowledge his passing. He needed to know I was okay. I think he needed his moment with my brother as well, since my brother lived in a different city and didn't get to spend much time with him. Maybe he just needed closure. The experience gave me immense peace in the days that followed. Daddy's memorial service was filled with stories told to friends and family. Laughter and tears flowed freely. The entire time I felt Daddy's presence and approval for the celebration of life we shared. Most of all, I knew he smiled with a confidence that I would be just fine. He had been my guardian angel when he lived. He wasn't about to let me down just because he was with our Heavenly Father. The end. I hope you guys have a great night and a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas.